You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Alright, good evening. Sitting here watching 390, let's see. I got, I know people think I'm trying to be an asshole, not talking back to them and that, but by the time I look at the phone, the chat still went by. Now, sometimes I'll scroll up, but, if I ain't looking at it right there and now, I don't see it. I ain't trying to be a damn Democrat or nothing like that. God forbid. Ain't that shit funny where he talks all that shit about Trump when he finds shit up in it. And Trump was actually a president. And, I wouldn't even call Joe president anytime. That's, that's not happening. But they talk all that shit about him. And then he turned around and does even worse. He wasn't even president at the time. Had all these documents and everything. They talk shit about it. But now that it's him, you don't hear shit. They could at least make it look like that they they try to be fair. They don't even try that. Y'all tried these yet? I know some people don't like Pepsis, but Pepsi is a pride of the Carolinas. Damn it, I got a piece of wire in my finger. I guess that's what that is. I put my heads on my truck today. Well, actually I put them on 2 days ago. But the first day, I don't understand some of this shit. The first day you torque it down to 22 foot-pounds. I understand that. The second round you go, you're supposed to go 22, then go 90 degrees, and then go 90 more degrees. It's supposed to stretch the bolt, and it's not about torque. It's about clamping pressure. The way it clamps it. It's not about the torque they claim. Well, if you look at General Motors or Dodge or Ford, all of them's got them. All 15 bolts that holds the head down, or 20, or whatever it takes to hold it down, they got this one thing, and they plop it down on there, and when they hit the button, it torques all of them at the same time to whatever torque they're supposed to be. Does it just like that. Easy. But of course we have to do it. You know, we get, I put stock bolts in. I wish I could afford it studs, but I didn't. But thank God I didn't have one that would ring off. But the way you're supposed to do it, you put the bolt down 22 foot-pounds and then go an additional 90 degrees. And when I was torquing with my torque wrench, it's got a 90-degree setting on it. It's digital. It's come from Harbor Freight. Pretty nice. Even though it's a Queen, I think. It works pretty good. You turn it that 90 degrees and then it tells you how much torque you've applied. Of course, the first one, you went from 22 to 90 degrees. You turned it 90 degrees. Some of them's like 50. Some of them's like 52. Some of them's like 62. It ranged between 50 and 62 on that first initial turn. So I waited, went back out there the next day, let the bolt stretch overnight. Went back out there the next day and done which was today, and done the 90-degree turn. One more 90-degree turn. Well, I got to looking at it. One of them was 101. One of them was like 92. I got it wrote down out there. Lowest one was like 85. And that's because of bolt stretch. But they say that it still's got the same clamping, even though this is 85 and this is 100. I have no clue. I don't know why they. I've seen a guy on YouTube do a thing on it, but understanding it, I don't know. But I mean, hell, that's the way they do it. So, alright, we got a box in. Let's see what's in the box. First, so I know what this is. I think I hear 390 talking shit about this guy. I don't care what 390 says about it. Oh, okay, yeah. I know what it was. I'm just acting like I didn't. Got it wrapped good. Got a slug in there. A nice one. See that side. See what wattage it was. Yeah, let me get this off the table. Keep up with it. Alright. Got 2 batteries. Believe it or not, the Duracell, I ain't got one in now, but the Duracell rechargeable ones, they'll put out 1 extra volt, and that's when it's going to be right at 10 volts. It should be. All the ones I've got Duracell and stuff like that would be right at 10 volts. Alright, I got a bird watt meter. $25 watt. Need to get a little sticker made for that one. 25 watt. He's having some trouble with this thing reading right, he says. And she looks kind of dirty up in there. I don't know if y'all know that y'all can clean these things, but just watch what you're doing. But a bird watt meter is made to be remote too. I know a lot of people don't know that. Mine are, because the meter's in one place and you run it to the other one. They're made to be remote. And I can understand how you don't quite understand these things. It took me a while to get used to them too. But once you get used to them, and the reason I keep a 1000 watt slug in is because I can read the full scale. When you start throwing like this 2500 watt scale in it, of course the top meter, you can read that. And that's going to be the 2500 watt scale for this slug here. Or this slug here, because it's 25 watt. So you read that first scale, this one will do fine. But I get used to reading the bottom scale. Now 50 watt slug, it all depends on what you get used to. But I like them because I done got used to a 1000 watt slug. The 2500 watt throws me off sometimes. The 500 watt throws me off sometimes. When I put them in and don't use them all the time. That's the reason we don't change them out, because we get used to reading a slug, and every slug is different. I don't give a damn who builds it. They're a little different. This line section looks pretty old. Nothing wrong with it being old, but it's done got corroded. You see the turning into hole. Now, I don't know if that's got anything to do with it or not, but we can tell once we take it apart. Let me see if my battery's charged. I'd say it has since it's been on charge about 4 days straight. I've done a little bit down here and it go out to the shop too, which is that's not unnormal. Well, there's a screw there from something. Well, it had to come out of that meter. These are not like the SO 239s. These are completely different. Don't think that this is the same as this. It's completely different. And when you put this and sandwich this in between an amplifier like that, you can't do it. You got to cut a hole and you got to keep that in there, because this, as I'll show you here in just a few minutes, that'll slide and it'll be a void in there. You can't do it. I mean, you can do it, but it won't. Alright. Pretty tight. I don't know if y'all know this is in here, but come here, bolt. To get this out, you can screw, at least it should. Not that one. You should be able to screw a screw up in here that's already tapped. Majority of them ain't. I don't think I've ever seen one that wasn't. And you can pull this out. Well, I guess it looks easier than it said. Well, somebody's tightening them down pretty strong. Hmm. There it comes. These go in here good and tight. You gotta watch what you're doing. But it's got to screw some threads down in there. You can tap them out if they ain't. And it looks like somebody has tapped that one out. This one didn't come tapped. Maybe just one end comes tapped. Maybe Bird does that. Hell, I don't know. But yeah, she's pretty dirty up in there. Let me take this stuff off. That's where the screw come out right there. This little screw here come out right there. It was already out. You see I didn't take it out. It was already out. Well, let me go upstairs and clean this. And I'll be back. Alright, later. Alright, we're back. I cleaned it up a little bit. SOS pad and just around here. Not up in there. Up in there, where's that? This here, this is nylon, by the way. You go to Harbor Freight and get these things. You can get the wire ones comes with it. It's an engine cleaning kit. And I cleaned that out with that. This thing's about to give out. That's when I had that in the shop. I put new brushes and everything in it the other day. And you can hold the switch. And it quits even though you're holding the switch. But you hit it again. That's just... I got the good one out in the shop. This one got dropped over in a bucket of oil. If it had been a bucket of water, it would have been different. This got dropped over in a bucket of oil. And I've took it all the way back apart. Took the Amster that's in there. And turned that and everything. And put new brushes in it. And I think it's in the switch now. See that switch? If you hold it a certain way, I don't know. I get off subject a lot. Here's the center. You can clean that up. This is a brass brush. Knock the dust off that up. And knock the dust off. Let's see. I don't want to hit it with too much. going to run a little thin layer of oil on this thing and then wipe it off. Whatever's left on it's left on it. What ain't it ain't. I don't know nothing else you put on it. I mean, you can't put clear coat over top of it. Not over this part of it. I can put it over that part. I don't see where it would hurt nothing because that ain't actually the inner side of it's the one doing stuff. I do stuff. I need to ship these back to what you call it. I keep forgetting. I left them here on the table so that I would remember to send them back to him. And I tell you, with all the shit I got to do, I know it sounds like a broken record. Everybody's got a lot to do, but it looks like, I know nowadays, it ain't supposed to be as much to do, or as hard as it used to be, because of, technology. lot of damn, it don't seem, the more you got, the more it's going to be, you're going to have to do. I don't understand why people don't understand that. The more shit you got, the more you got to do. I was just on talking on 390's thing there. Someone said Mr. Coyle done, Dan Coyle done moved to Georgia. Man, that's pretty cool. I don't say anybody could live out in Arizona. Probably a nice place, but it's got to be hot as hell out there. I got a friend of mine that lives out there, and he says it gets so hot that they can't even have air conditioning. They have to have those, like what we call around here swamp coolers. It gets so hot that the air conditioning won't work. Come on. It's tight. Let's see if I can push this in. Let's see, right. There she goes. It's tight. But that's a good thing sometimes. Better be so tight than loose. Make sure that gets in there. Alright, she's up in there. They ain't easy to rebuild. Or clean. Not really rebuilding it, but cleaning it. And this ain't the cleanest to clean. But it's decent. It won't get long. It won't be long. It'll be tarnished. It'll be tarnished looking again. All depends on where you live at. You live down next to the coast. Down along the coast, it's going to look like it no matter what. All depends on where you live at. I got a friend of mine lives on the coast, and everything he's got gets like this, and he has to clean it all the time. Because he lives right on the coast. Said his look like you threw him in the ocean. I know somebody will probably say something about putting oil on it, but I don't know what else you'd put on it. Bird Electronics is sticking up. This one ain't got the Bird Electronics on it. So it don't matter which way this one's turned. Well, it looks like 390's done got off. Not got off, but he's got off the... Well, he's showing off lights or something, I guess. Where's that? This is break-in lube. This is the oil that I built Hannah's motor with. I'm gonna just put a thin layer on this and wipe it all off like a gun. It'll actually help clean it as well. I don't see what could be wrong with that. You touch it with your hands, you're gonna get oil on it. Alright. Let's put this back in here. Come on. It's supposed to be countersink screws in here. These ain't right. This is Mr. Dallas's meter, by the way. We're gonna see if this peak kit works. He said he couldn't get it right. Or it wasn't right. I think somebody else probably put this in. I don't know. But the light comes on 2 times, 5 times. I'm not going to put that in right yet. And it's going to be hard to calibrate this, I know I got his slug here. 25 watt of me going this way because my antenna's on that way. Let's see, I'm going to take this slug out, put a 50 watt slug in. I might have to remember that one's this is 25 and that's 50. So I'm going to run the top scale on that one, the middle scale on that one. Oh. Turn the thing on. Let's put my slug. Let's hit that there. His has got writing on it, mine don't. Mine's got a blue line on it too, so don't think that I screwed him on a slug. I don't think Dallas is like it, but you'd be surprised sometimes. You'd be surprised. Alright. peak. Oh, it's slamming it. Let's go to average. Average and average. Okay, on that one, I'm dead keying. Let's see if I make this. 5 watts exactly. On this one, now it might be a little off. Let's see, 25, 5 watts be right there. Pretty much spot on. About 6 watts on this one compared to 50 up there. Hello. Alright, up there I'm swinging to, hello, about 6.5 watts. Hello, about 6.5 watts. So, that's alright. Alright, let's take, I think his slug's fine. Let's take this slug out, go with the my 50 watt slug so I can check the radio. Alright, let's try this one. 50 watt, 50 watt. There's 5, it'll be this line here. Hello, hello. So this slug's tighter than that one. It's 50 watts, it's reading right. Hello, 5 watts. Alright, turn the peak kit on. Alright, on that one, hello. Let's turn the peak kit on. Hello, about 32. Hello, about 32. Hello, about 32. Identical. Hello. So the peak kit's working. Alright, let's go to 2 times. So 2 times this 50 is going to be 100, and so half of the 50 is going to be here. Let's do this in the same way. 2 watt. I know this one's set. So, oh, so yeah, and it's on the 5, halfway between 5 and 10. Hello, hello. Yeah, this one is off a little bit. What is the now I got a new thing here, and I don't remember what color is what. So let me see right here. This is the kit from Florida, which I ain't even gonna get into that. 2 times is yellow. I went over that really fast. I think that's what it is, yellow. Yellow is this one. Hold. 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 Well, let's see. Oh, alright. Let me go through the damn thing of it. Let's see. I'm getting way ahead of it. I'm not calibrating it with its switch. Alright. with the switch in the CW or average. That's average. Average would be this with this off. Position range, switch in the center position, press calibrate and adjust orange. Make sure I'm doing this right. Alright, orange is set. Then switch the peak kit on. So that's on and that's in the center position. And peak it and adjust the brown one to full scale. Alright, push this and the brown one to full scale. I know this ain't very my video ain't good as so brown one said it ain't as good as BBS. Then return to the CW position. So turn it off. He can remember steps a lot quicker, a lot better than I can. Return to the CW position and in range extender, turn it up to return to CW. Well, CW, but whatever. Return to CW and switch the range extender up for the two times. It's be hit up here. It's in average, which is CW mode on this, and it's going to be adjusting for the yellow VR4. Okay. See if that's moving. It was dead nuts on it. And I know I just turned it. It was the ones that turned without calibrating. Well, it's not moving. Oh shit. Let's see. Well, shit. Alright, we're back on this one. The only thing wrong with this kit that I can see with this kit in here is the two times. 5 times works great, like we're supposed to. The regular, the 1 time works peak good. The everything's working on it. It's just that I think this here, this 10 turn pot resistor is gone. But the good thing about it, we have a new one from Florida. It's a brand new one. From Florida, not New York. The guy from New York is pretty much identical to this. Now, I got one from New York. I got one from this guy, and both of them are pretty much identical. If I ain't mistaken, the one I got from New York still says, it says, the guy in Florida's, yeah, I'll show you here in a second. It still says it's on the top of it, and I mean, when we build an amp, we're copying what Dave's done, so we're just as much of a copycat as anybody. There ain't no way we can run our mouth and say something, because we didn't come up with this design. We're just following along in his footsteps, which is some good footsteps to follow along in, I guess. I don't know the man. I'd like to meet him one day, which I want to meet Jesus too. I hope I get to do that. I hope we all do. But the way this world looks, it don't look like nobody's going to be able to meet him. Not, well, I guess you get to see St. Peter's. At least if you go by what the good book says, that's what they say. Alright. This one says B&M Distributing. It just says... Alright, we're going to put this in. Pretty much self-explanatory. I don't use this board on mine. And, well, this has got to be from Florida. I'm going to tell you why, because of this board here. The ones from New York come with, and so I'm wrong, which I normally am. This one had to come from Florida because of this little board here. If I ain't mistaken, now that I think about it, I don't see it because I don't use it. He's got a round plug. It fits in here, and these goes up in there, which is kind of a neat idea if that's what you're going to use. I got one here somewhere. Let me, because this has got to be glued in or something. I don't understand why they don't, why he just don't make it a little bit longer, and that, you could screw that to it and put a nut on it. Make the finale just a little bit longer, and you could, the screw here that's supposed to hold a slug in, which I don't think all of them's like it. Mine's not like it. Mine, you turn it, it's supposed to be an old one. I don't know. I ain't a real big. The serial number on this is 270 80. Yeah, mine's way on up the line from this one. This one's down the line. It's 127,000 of these. 120,060. So it's 127.59 above this one. Let me get some glue on this that'll hold that in there. Let's put some glue on the back. Alright, we'll catch y'all here in a minute.